Pony Club of Bermuda's 2017-2018 season. These are our entries for our first heat of the evening. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Custard the Dragon, owned and driven this evening by Mr. Andy Stoner. With our number 2 saddle pad, It's All About Me, owned by the Graceland Stables and being driven this evening by Mr. Christian Truan. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, Pocket the Gold out of the Tanglewood Stables and being driven this evening by the Mellow Fellow, Mr. Cullen Mellow. This is for the 104 and 4 and faster division time bar. As the star card now collects our 3 entries for our first heat of the evening. 3 ponies up and 3 ponies out. A bit of a staggered start, a great start nonetheless. Out of the first turn they come. It is Custard the Dragon, the pace setter, being chased down by It's All About Me, being left in the dust a bit. It is Pocket to Go as he chases on off by 3. Heading across us here for the first time on Spectator's turn. Into paddock turn, and down the backstretch they go. Custard the Dragon still the pace setter out in front of It's All About Me by just by a quarter now. Pocket to Go. Chasing on off by 4 as they come out of the 4th turn one more time. It's still Andy Stoneham with Custard the Dragon, rocking and rolling out in front, picking him up and putting him down. He's under pressure now. It's All About Me right in his kitchen. Pocket to Go still off by 4, chasing the front runners into paddock turn. And down the backstretch for the final time in this heat, it is Custard the Dragon. Now It's All About Me, now starting on the outside, trying to make way on the outside of that rail pony. Pocket to Go, closing the distance a bit, but still off the mark, off by 3 as they come out of the 4th turn. They're 2 wide up in front. Down the home stretch they come. On the inside is Custard the Dragon, but It's All About Me on the outside. Over Custard the Dragon and Pocket to Go. And these are our entries for heat number 2 of the evening. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, In Woods Generation, owned by the Truan family and being driven this evening by Mr. Casey Truan. With the number 2 saddle pad, A Touch of Red, owned by Mr. Arnold Manders and being driven this evening by his son, Ryan Manders. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, Park Ranger. Park Ranger, owned and driven by the man himself, the Sheik, Mr. Edward Roke. This is for the 106 and 1 to 107 and 1 division time bar. Okay, our star card now pulling away from our entries for this heat number 2 of the evening. 3 ponies up and out of the first turn they come. And it is the rail pony, Custard the Dragon, leading, that is Inwards Generation. Got a dusty cover absorbed. Inwards Generation leading the pack around paddock turn down the backstretch. A Touch of Red pushing the issue from behind. Park Ranger off by 1, chasing the front runners. Running as they started, heading around the Hang 'em High turn. 1, 2, and 3. Out of the Simsfield turn they come. It's still Casey Truan with Inwards Generation, the pace setter. A Touch of Red off by a quarter now, chasing on. Park Ranger still off, fading back off by 4 as they head around paddock turn and down the backstretch for the final time in this heat. It is Inwards Generation now, giving itself some breathing room, opening up a 2-pony length lead over A Touch of Red. Park Ranger fading back off by 5 now as they come out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come. It's Inwards Generation from wire to wire with A Touch of Red and Park Ranger. And here come our entries for heat number 3 of the evening. These are all brand new ponies to the track, all youngsters. That's why they are in the 113 and 1 and slower division time bar. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, This Baby Rocks, out of the Tanglewood Stables and being driven this evening by Mr. Christian Truan. With the number 2 saddle pad, Cool the Fire, out of the Hang 'em High Stables and being driven this evening by Mr. Jordy Smith. With the number 3 saddle pad, it's Shady Maple, out of the Simsfield Stables, being driven this evening by Mr. Ryan Burrows. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, Inwards Realist, out of the Inwood Stables, of course, and being driven this evening by Mr. Nicholas DeCosta. Again, this is for the 113 and 1 and slower division time bar. All brand new ponies. These ponies are still learning where to put their feet. Youngsters, babies. Star Car has now collected all 4 of our babies for this heat number 3 of the evening. And as he pulls off, we have 4 ponies up 4 ponies out, not bad for a group of youngsters. Out of the first turn they come, the rail pony, this baby rocks on the inside, but out of the third hole, Shady Maple, out of the Simsfield stables with Ryan Boris on the bike, becomes the pace setter, now being chased down by this baby rocks. Cool the Fire, now up in the number 3 hole with Inwoods Realist trailing the field. On the backstretch they blaze. It's Shady Maple, the pace setter. Out in front by a quarter now over this baby rocks. Cool the Fire still in the number 3 hole, off by 3 behind the front runners. Another 2 back to Inwoods Realist as they come out of the Simsfield turn. Shady Maple, new pony to the track with Ryan Boris in the bike, setting the pace up over this baby rocks, but here comes Cool the Fire, taking a peep on the outside now, trying to make way, trying to go with him. Inwoods Realist as they all bunched up into the fourth turn, into the paddock turn, and down the backstretch they go. Now there goes Cool the Fire, heading on out to become the pace setter, taking with him Inwoods Realist. Now Shady's Maple fading to nothing as this baby rocks takes a hold of him. Out of the fourth turn and down the home stretch is out of the Hangamai stables, that is Cool the Fire down the home stretch over Inwoods Realist with this baby rocks and Shady Maple. And here come our entries for heat number 4 of the evening. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, War Machine, out of the Random stables and being driven this evening by the young master, Mr. Kaiwan Waldron. With the number 2 saddle pad, it's Double Time out of the Simsfield stables and being driven this evening by Mr. Dylan De Silva. And joining these two, you can pencil in Just Watch Me in the number 3 hole. Just Watch Me, owned by Jason and Ashley Peniston, and being driven this evening by Miss Andrea Baby Girl Westerfield. This is for the 105 to 106 division time bar. Our stock car has now collected our 3 entries for this heat number 4 of the evening. 3 ponies up. Best start of the evening. 3 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. They're all bunched up. That number 2 pony says, I'm taking this Double Time. Now stepping out to become the pace setter, being pushed along by War Machine. Just Watch Me right there in the mix, chasing the front runners into paddock turn. And down the backstretch they go, War Machine. Now behind Double Time as they head down the backstretch. Double Time, the pace setter, with Just Watch Me still trailing the field, but pushing the issue as they head around the Hangamai turn. It's 2, 1, and 3 lined up as they come out of the Simsfield turn. Young Dylan De Silva with Double Time. Stepping on out, giving himself a bit of a breathing room now as the quarter mark over War Machine. Just Watch Me still pushing the issue from behind as they head into paddock turn. And down the backstretch for the final time, it's Double Time turning the cylinders on, opening himself up a 1 pony length lead over War Machine. Here comes Just Watch Me now, studying on the outside of War Machine, trying to make way and trying to chase down the front running Double Time as they come out of the fourth turn and down the home stretch. It's Double Time with Just Watch Me and War Machine.